Hey guys, it's John. This is Chris. He is The Valley Days on YouTube. You should check him out. He's the one I was talking about that has the videos that's kind of like the Hills parody. It's pretty great.
Why did he feel so bad about this after all the history with Cody?
They're not officially like dating.
Like, okay, till when?
The harvest party was big and extravagant.
I stayed at Chris's house last night because I would have probably passed out behind the wheel.
A little bit of A2 Brute right there, huh?
Basically, I haven't done a video in a long time, like a couple days, and Chris came over and he was like, we should do a video.
I said we can't.
He was like, we should do a video, and I was like, okay, let's do that when we get home. He's like, are we gonna have drinks? And I was like, you need to have drinks before you have a video?
I don't know. More fun.
Drinking and making videos is the best way to go, biatches. Oh, and by the way, remember how at the end of last year everything went to shit? This year, Christmas came early. So don't go anywhere because I know I use sick want to see all my pain and suffering.
I got so sick of it because I drank too much. I brought my baby.
What's your baby?
I want one, but Amelia told me I can't have.
Is it a MacBook?
It's a MacBook Pro.
Oh my god, I love talking about Apple products like they're human babies. Is his birthday tomorrow?
Yeah, it is.
Oh right, because it's Thursday. I don't know what to buy him.
Well, he gave me $150.
Whoa, wait, sorry. He gave you $150 for your birthday? You mean the birthday that cost $7,000?
Really?
Look at Chad. Okay.
Sometimes I buy really expensive ice cream.
Iron Legends? Yeah, I vote for that one as well.
Charlie's Angels.
I don't vote for that one.
And Hairspray.
Because apparently I'm one of the only people who will straight up tell Chris that he should either date Merwin or let him free.
Why did you leave?
I don't know. Dancing, you and Mark dancing for some reason, I don't know. I looked over and it freaked me out. And I'm sorry, I don't want to seem weird. That is why I don't bring it up.
If you have a problem on your end, it would be easier to fix if I know what it is.
They're like, oh my god, we're the best friends ever! Hey, wanna make out? Yes! They get jealous of each other talking and hanging out with other boys when they're drunk.
He's trying to find someone who really understands and will kind of like connect.
It's cute, Merwin always thinks the best of you. It's
Oh, shut up!
I don't know, I just think that we should go our separate ways. Nick is done too. Can't do it anymore. Can't.
Next time you have a problem, just don't deal with it that way. Just like, let's talk, let's figure it out. And
So I had a party at my house one night, and Cody calls me, and he tells me that he invited Eric. Which was to get my camera back, but I forgot that he's turned on by that kind of thing.
So you told me to invite people. I invited someone to bring a friend.
Who?
Eric. Bring a new boy. Eric.
Yes, Cody. I'm playing nice with Eric. I don't care about Eric. That's still last year. Season 1. We're on season 2 now.
The difference. Here's the difference. She says 1, 2, 3, not only you and me. This one fucking full out goes, show me where your dick at.
Jonathan showed up, and Merwin and I went into my room. And then Merwin tells me that he doesn't want to be in the videos anymore.
Red wine tastes like period blood.
He's in his bedroom right now. Him and Merwin. Like a little TV show.
He has a TV show?
Yeah. He has like 4 or 5 episodes now.
I'm on it?
After all the time filming together, he wants me to take him out of the entire story.
Chris and Merwin, they should stop talking to each other forever. It's like, I'm gonna hang out with you, and then I'll jab a needle into my eye. You wouldn't do that, but unfortunately you won't stop hanging out with each other.
When we came out of my room, things were tense. It was like...
I love the smell of your distillery. We're just for you.
It's good. What's rabbit?
He gave the girl like
It's the same all the time.
Hey Nick, fuck off.
He's just being bitter.
I just get dropped out. It was so bad.
Are you gonna be that way? Be that way, but don't drag everyone else into it.
The Asian girl.
Yeah, I did big white eye thing.
no one's asking me to stay.
I am, actually.
It's just their venom for each other. It's like slowly drinking toxic waste when they hang out.
I could cut the tension.
The last thing I needed was for Eric to throw a muffin in my kitchen and start a food fight. He is so useless.
You muffin me!
Don't you dare!
Next to us, Kenny.
And pop!
Don't throw the fucking muffin. Very disrespectful. I don't care if it's not my house. I would not like that at all.
Couple of us can clean this shit up.
Just for a minute. I'll take care of this. Just everyone enjoy themselves.
Ethan threw the muffin at you, and somehow
It doesn't matter who threw the goddamn muffin. Everyone out of the goddamn kitchen.
10 minutes of footage, 30 minutes of blooper.
Okay.
So I hear the format of the Valley has changed recently. What happened, Chris?
We've run into a bit of a road bump. One of the characters no longer...
Wishes to be in the show.
He's kind of one of the main characters, and I have a lot of footage of him, which is going to make it hard to cut him out. So, I have to figure out a way to cut him out and still explain the story, because there is a story and there's things that happen, and I can't change that because this isn't fake. I just filmed what happened.
Is real life.
Do it in like a blog kind of style.
Yeah, I hear you watch video blogs a lot.
I do. I watch. Sorry. You're just so like professional about it. It makes me laugh.
That's a good attitude.
Merwin made it pretty clear to Nick that he didn't like his boyfriend, and thus began the giant rift between friends. We went out for Nick's boyfriend's birthday, and Brad was there. You remember him from season 1?
I hate everyone. You're all fucking losers. Kind of stupid.
Fuck off. No videos.
Are you sure you sleep together? Yeah, sure.
Merwin's just a Nelly fucking bitch.
I hate you. Will you stay with me? No, then I hate you even more.
Do a shot, Chris. What is it? Don't ask.
It's a prairie fire.
Do a shot, Chris. Hey, do a shot. If anyone ever tells you to do a shot and that it's called a prairie fire, run in the opposite direction.
This smells like pickle juice.
Pickle juice, yes, drink it. No, faster.
Because a prairie fire is some hillbilly Albertan shot made with hot sauce and sadness. And it burns like a redneck with chlamydia trying to pee.
Waiting for the burn to go away.
No, it gets worse. Trust me.
It gets worse.
So John started to seem distant.
We get to the harvest party, and Jonathan like takes off, which is fine. Personally, I would have I like to go with people and sort of stay with people.
I went on a little adventure and kind of walked around.
Gotta find some people that I can like actually just kind of hang out with. And then I like
hang out with me.
I know, but like I went to go get it, and then you just like turned around and booked it.
So with that on top of the Merwin thing, I was like, fuck this shit. I'm going to the condo with my Vancouver friend.
I'm sorry, but this is the wackiest timer I've ever seen.
That's because it's magic.
I don't know what to do.
You just keep saying and trying to figure out what the phrase is. Apricot lot, a parking lot.
Yeah.
A hockey player.
Don't stretch this out on my account.
Remember me and Amy were hanging out and we like called you up and we were like, hey, we're drunk.
I do remember that, yes, that was entertaining. My goodness, if only I had recorded that.
and that's when we were all like, hey,
you
should come down.
We should come see you. Mm-hmm. And you didn't really mean it, but then it happened.
Me and Chris got together one afternoon.
What? I hung with Jonathan yesterday.
That's so random.
Oh my god, I'm eating it in every scene. I'm on a strict diet of pasta and carbs. Oh wait, those are the same thing.
We have like a lot of things in common. So.
Like what? Like anime stuff?
Anime stuff, musical theater.
I just find it funny because he's like, oh yeah, I'm sorry I haven't been able to see you that much. I've just been really busy. And then he comes to Kelowna and hangs out with you, doesn't say a word to me.
Surprise, surprise, Jonathan's been making regular trips to Kelowna and not even saying hi. Sounds like a healthy friendship to me, right? Should I hold off on the wedding ring?
Instead of like avoiding you and not talking to you.
Like if he doesn't want to hang out, that's fine. I just feel like you should tell me.
And we talked about the Jonathan's video he posted, and he was talking about, I guess, all of his exes, and briefly talked about Chris and just said like it just didn't work out. And I guess Chris had no idea.
Maybe I'm just being needy. Maybe he really is busy, making a video for YouTube about how much better I am than his ex-lovers. Oh, no? It's the opposite of that?
Hey guys, it's John, and Kyle Kid has a question for me. It says, how many serious relationships have you had, and in your opinion, do you think that relationships are worth the struggles and the problems even though they may not work out in the end?
So I start watching this video, thinking, oh, he's talking about his relationships. I wonder what he'll say about me.
I can count them on one hand. There was Brendan, that lasted for 3 years. That ended because he was not very nice to my family. Mackenzie, I dated for a year. We broke up because he moved to Europe to teach English in other countries. And I miss him dearly. There's nothing more I want right now than to have him and to date him again, because I still love him. And I've talked about this with lots of people, my Max situation. Tons and tons and tons of people. It's not healthy. So then I dated Cody for a month and a half, and he turned out to not be what I expected.
Cody turned out to not be what I expected. God, he has a way with words.
And I was kind of seeing Chris, but we weren't like dating or anything like that, but that wasn't really working out completely. And that's pretty much it. Right now I'm single, and I think it's best to be single for a while. Gotta wait for the perfect one, right? You gotta wait for the perfect one.
That's it? Sorry, just let me get this knife out of my gut, which, incidentally, I just pulled out of Cody's back.
So you watched that video that I talked to you about?
Yeah,
Yes.
you told me about it that day, and I went and watched it that night, and I was like, oh. He's like, yeah, Chris and I were seeing each other, but we didn't really work out. But the thing is, he didn't even tell me when it was over. He just kind of stopped talking to me.
Yeah.
I'm kind of the person that needs to know that. Here's a tip. Hey, if we're not seeing each other anymore, might be nice to let me know that.
I'm not gonna talk to you.
I'm not gonna
Not
tell
text you.
I'm not gonna tell you that it's done.
Tell you when I'm in town.
And I'm gonna tell other people not to tell you because I don't want conflict. Oh, you don't like conflict? That sounds like a good excuse to avoid responsibility. Well, it's gonna make more conflict when I find out from YouTube instead of you. Kids, here's another tip you won't get from Twilight. If someone seems like they're being distant, they probably are. So I was feeling pretty low. First with Amy gone, then with Merwin, now with Jonathan. But hey, at least I've still got my Vancouver friend to talk to, except that I hadn't heard from him in weeks. Hello? Hi.
What's up?
Oh my god, I'm so tired.
Sound cold.
Yeah, I guess because I just woke up and now I'm sitting in a car.
Used to warm places.
Well, I would if you didn't work till 4:30 in the morning. I just don't get why it changed from like the first couple weeks.
As usual, there's been a couple of really big things going on, but
I'm getting real tired of this busy excuse. I know, but it's just, you went from like texting every day and now it's hard pressed to, you know, text you once a week.
no, I hear you, and that's not fair. I apologize for that.
If you don't want to, you don't want to. It's not really a fair thing, but...
I don't know. I guess I can't say much except I'll try harder.
I then found out that he'd been seeing someone in Vancouver, which explains why he'd been so busy. Wait, what was the tip I gave you earlier? Oh yeah, when someone seems distant, they probably are. So then, the guy he'd been seeing found out that he'd been visiting me, and he freaked out on him, which apparently was my fault. So he stopped talking to me. For good. Let me know when we're back in the world where people make sense.
I had connections to get in, but... Ooh,
You have connections to get in
Not
too.
anymore.
Not anymore, sweetie.
Yeah, Nola said they'll probably come after they're done watching their movie.
Who?
Perfect. What?
Nola and Brody?
Nola, Brody, and Merwin.
Oh, Merwin.
Just a clusterfuck of fucks.
It's pretty sucky when you lose all of the people that you're closest to all at the same time. Seems like a lot to deal with. So it's a good thing that while you're dealing with that, you don't have to deal with awkward run-ins from people who used to be your friend who have formed groups of people who now hate you for no reason. Oh wait. Listen, I've had enough of you people in my ear.
I don't really have anything against Merwin.
Great thing, or
I have something against what he does.
12-25 thing.
Like all that shit with the valley, like, oh yeah, I'll be on it, blah blah blah. And then he just like makes it, and then he's like, I won't be on it, take me off.
Just to piss Chris off.
He's done that like 4 times now. So
7.
It's getting played out. I'm like, seriously, get over it. You're on it or you're not.
So Merwin's coming over with Nola and Brody. Apparently Merwin's coming over.
I'm Nola.
Brody used to be my friend.
So I'm Brody, and yeah, I live with Steven, and it's interesting.
He gave me that hat I was wearing a while ago. I didn't know that he was Team Merwin now, till he marched in, grabbed the hat off my head, and left. I was so mad that I slammed the door behind them, and that thump you hear, I later found out was not the door hitting Merwin on the foot. Usually, I'd slam the door on Merwin's finger.
You're gonna be like, oh, here's the fucked up girl.
Sweetie, the fucked up girl left like an hour ago, and her name's Merwin. Just saying.
Oh my god, can you just talk about that for a second?
Okay, what about it? He's very sheltered, and we were seeing each other for a while, and then he went crazy. Over the past year, he's gone completely crazy.
But there are so many different forms of crazy.
Okay, I'll explain to you. First of all, every time he talks to me, he freaks out. He's like, oh yeah, let's be friends, let's fix this, let's make it work. But then he freaks out at me for like an hour over text. And one time, he was like, you're not putting any effort into our friendship, we're done, blah, 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 blah. And he's like, oh, but while you're downtown, can you give us a ride to Kevin's house? Like, that's how crazy he is.
Able to get past that. So like, even the fact that he's an only child, he's never had siblings, he's never had anybody to guide him through life, tell him what's bad, what's good, what's right, what's wrong, you know? Besides his parents, which is like completely different because they grew up in a different era, right? You gotta understand that. You know what I mean? It's just like how people are raised and how people grow up. It's just like it totally affects them. And yeah, he might be crazy to you, but like he is just figuring out his life. I can guarantee it. He's just figuring out what the fuck happened to me.
He's just gone. Like, while he's friends with Nola and Brody, they're enabling him to be what he is, and it's not gonna get any better.
Okay, well, maybe he's not being what he is, but as, like, the longer he's not who he is, the stronger he'll become himself later.
What's going on out there?
Let's go do something.
So, you decided to have these many friends over?
Hey, Jake.
Jake, semi-recently come out as a homosexual. I think it's gonna be a little slutty, maybe.
You know we're gonna run into it.